All right, folks, it's August 15, 2023, video 2 on the day, and we're going to be talking about the takedown of Trump that is underway, the full update on the political theater here in the United States. I got myself a midday cup of Joe, and I hope you guys got something too, because it's getting crazy out there, folks. Let's get our full breakdown, and let's understand that we're not here to play politics, pick a side, care who you believe in or what you love. What we're here to ask is, how's your program working out as far as taking advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history? Very simply put, are you going to be winning or losing? Because we know no matter who gets elected or selected, they're not going to be coming to save you. Let's get right on into it, folks. So we're taking a look at this situation. Donald Trump has been charged in Fulton County. Here are the charges. So they did get him on RICO, racketeer, influenced and corrupt, solicitation of violation of oath by a public officer, conspiracy to commit impersonating, forgery, false documents, false statements, forgery, you name it. Right. And then I think there was a list. I forget how many individuals were actually listed in this with him as well. But the Trump team responds. And what happened was the document here got released like 12 hours early, right? Yesterday morning, the charges got dropped and kind of leaked. And then the DA from Fulton County there came out and said that was just fake news. And so Trump's legal team issues this statement. The Fulton County District Attorney's Office has once again shown that they have no respect for the integrity of the grand jury process. This was not a simple administrative mistake. A proposed indictment should only be in the hands of the DA's office, yet it somehow made its way to the clerk's office and was assigned a case number and a judge before the grand jury even deliberated. This is emblematic of the pervasive and glaring constitutional violations which have plagued this case from its very inception. Drew Findling, and Jennifer Little. Now, we continue on. For those who are keeping score, this is truly incredible. On March 17th, they admit the Hunter Biden laptop is real. Very next day, March 18th, we get the Trump indictment news. Then on June 8th, FBI doc alleges Biden bribes. This is when the Biden briberies started to come out. Very next day, we get indicted, right? July 26th, the Hunter plea deal collapses. Remember, Hunter Biden's team was trying to get him full immunity forever on these charges, right? That falls through. The judge basically setting them straight that was an absolutely ridiculous plea deal that they were trying to get through. Very next day after that, we get the second indictment. Then on July 31st, Devin Archer, former business associate of the Biden family, testifies. Very next day, the third indictment drops. Now, more damning Biden bank records released, and that was on 8/9. Then on August 11th, the Department of Justice illegally designates special counsel, right? That Jack Smith. And then on the 14th, FBI whistleblower transcript released. And the very same day, we get the Trump indictment, the fourth one. So we have an FBI whistleblower transcript was released today. That was the FBI whistleblower who blew this whole thing open about the Department of Justice, how they didn't want to go after the Biden family. And so we get this tit for tat back and forth here between the Biden family kind of getting exposed for their operations, and then the takedown of Trump also underway. Now, George here, Bahezi tweets, shared this one. Breaking. Georgia 2020 election records indicate 18,325 voters had vacant residential addresses according to the U.S. Post Office. The margin, right, in Georgia was 11,779 votes. Very tight margin down there in Georgia. And then it was reported last week, too, that we had a bunch of fraudulent activity taking place in Michigan as well. And it just continues to come out. Now, on the other side here, Hunter Biden's lead criminal defense attorney asked a federal judge for permission to withdraw from the case. So one of the lead lawyers on the Biden team is asking to get on out. He's trying to head for the hills. And then we get it announced here yesterday that Biden's plan to forgive student debt for over 800,000 borrowers has been upheld by the judge. more than 614,000 of them will have all of their remaining federal student loan debt canceled. Okay, so even though the Supreme Court ruled against forgiving some of these student loans, we have the Biden operation moving forward regardless. Now, to conclude here, Biden announces today one-time payments of $700 per household to folks who have been displaced by the Maui fires in Hawaii. Now, he was getting absolutely slammed because over the weekend he was asked for comment on the Maui fires and he just simply said no comment, laughed, and got in his rig and took off. And definitely left a bad taste in many folks. And as you're seeing here, Biden, we had to pull him off of the beach to come in and make a statement on this. And then apparently they're going to be going to Hawaii as soon as possible, whatever that means, I guess. And so we have a situation there taking place. $700 to each household is the most recent effort there, along with the student loan debt relief. And you're starting to see this political theater really pick up as we head into the final year and a half of the election cycle, and it's definitely underway. It's only going to ramp up from here. And what's interesting about this deal is that the Trump teams had, over 3 years to prepare their case, gather evidence, and as we covered, over the past few weeks, even throughout this year, we've still had more evidence coming forward of sketchy activity, to say the least. And I'm not here to say yay, nay, thumbs up, thumbs down, who's right, wrong, will you be allowed to pass through the gates to heaven. I'm not here to do that. God's going to judge everyone here, in my opinion. But when it comes to the political theater, what I worry about is many folks getting caught up in it and their program lacking because of the distractions and the chaos that are underway here in the United States. Now, we are under attack. I am seeing videos circulating on TikTok and Twitter and other platforms of folks that are just completely breaking down, mentally, physically, emotionally, because of the economy, the recession that is here, the real situation on the ground. And the fact of the matter is that all of these politicians are talking about implementing a new program, or they have a new solution, or they're going to forgive this debt. But I want folks to really bring it home here, the point that no one's coming to save you. And I had shared a video 1 year ago. It showed up on my TikTok yesterday. They show the videos that you did on this day. And I'd made a video, and I said something along the lines of whether or not you think Trump is the second coming of Christ, or whether you want Obama to come back for a third term. None of these guys are coming to save you. And to drive the point home, I wanted to share this data point for you guys before we shut this video down from the Kobesi letter here. In the first 7 months of 2023, the U.S. has seen an alarming 402 corporate bankruptcies. This is more than the entire 2022 total of 373. In the first 7 months of 2022, the U.S. saw just 205 bankruptcies. So, in other words, bankruptcies this year are up 96% compared to 2022. Can the Fed really avoid recession? So, unless there's plans for more PPP money, maybe some student loan forgiveness is going to help us out. We have $700 per household that's going to be going to the families displaced in Maui, which I've never been to Maui, I've never been to Hawaii, but I don't think that's going to get them very far after their whole house and life has been destroyed. But, I'm not going to touch and go any further into that situation that happened in Maui. My prayers and to everyone affected, and I hope that we can get all relief efforts to the folks that need it, much more than just $700 per household. But this is, on the other end, as I've been saying, they have an unlimited budget. There is no debt limit for the next year and a half. They can run up as much debt as they want. Now, Biden was asking permission for another $20 billion to Ukraine, and to me, it's pretty offensive that we're going to send tens of billions of dollars to a country overseas, and for Americans that have been wiped out by a natural disaster, we have pennies equivalent is what we're going to offer, right? Now, the other problem that I've been bringing up, though, is that no matter what program you believe in, no matter who you want to save, no matter what country you want to send foreign aid to, I'm of the opinion that we need to just bring it all back and keep it all. I really don't believe in it. And the fact of the matter is, no matter even if I believed in it or not, or you believe in it, we're broke. We're done. And if we continue down this path, it's going to be default by inflation, right? And I truly believe that the Fed knew they were going to break this economy. They knew this reaction was coming. The market's completely asleep at the wheel. The market's delusional, and the algorithms and the bots keeping this market floating, keeping it propped up. We've talked about the manipulation in the cryptocurrency space still taking place. Well, that narrative's starting to fall apart as well, too, as all Bitcoin ETFs are now being pushed out till next year, which just reiterates the point that this administration, this current commander-in-chief, Mr. Biden, the program's not really so hot. Can we say that? Don't attack me. Can I say that? Is that okay? Stick to crypto, bro. The program is set to wipe out the middle class and the poor of this country, and that's the point that I want to bring home. And even if Trump comes back and he's going to save us, right, you still have to take your own actions every single day. You have to continue to show up, whether, we're figuring out how to, make it through the inflation, which just came out today. Canada's inflation, their CPI back up again to 3.3% after it was down to 2.8% last month, I believe. So taking back up aggressively for inflation. Same thing happened in the United States as we got the CPI update last week. And so this is why I've been saying, politics aside, we got to have a program to take us through inflation, which isn't going away, to survive the Fed rug pulling our Main Street economy, the real estate market. And the crypto space is going to continue to experience some pain as we clean house, as we get rid of the bad actors, as the manipulators and the fraudsters get taken out, and the SEC continues with Operation Choke Point. We're going to see crypto experience more pain. The broader markets are experiencing some more pain. They've enjoyed, going back up to the most recent highs that they've hit, and they've enjoyed a run. But I think that this party's coming to an end. The reality's starting to set in that not only is Canada's central bank going to have to raise again, but so is our Fed here as well, which is all part of the rug pull of the U.S. economy, which is all part of the fight against inflation that they will not win. It is baked into the cake. The program will have to be inflation to pay off these debts and to pay off the interest on this debt, which continues to grow. And so I just want every American, no matter who you are, what you identify as, what you call yourself, or who you love, doesn't matter. Are you winning or are you losing? And we ask that in terms of financially speaking, but in the broader aspect of this spiritual war where they are trying, the intent is to beat down the soul of this country so that we lay down, roll over, and we give in to these folks who want to take everything from us. That's where I stand. I'm not waiting for anybody to save me, my family, or my business. If you're looking to get tapped in with our community, and I talk about my business dealings on a more intimate level with my Discord community exclusively over there, you can get tapped in by going to my website, zachrector.com, and you sign up over at Patreon to get access to the Discord family. We would love to see you guys over there. And on the way out, if you guys could please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up for me and make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. God bless all of you guys. We'll see you next one.